Manny Pacquiao has just amazed boxing fans with the latest training footage he shared on his YouTube channel. The speed, strength, and athleticism of this boxing legend are absolutely astonishing, especially for a 46-year-old. In fact, his comment section was filled with fans who picked him as the favorite for fight night, despite the age difference. Pacquiao began by going over his footwork patterns, then wrapped up the session with mitt-hitting training alongside Roach. At the end of the video, the successful fighter-coach duo was seen strategizing on situational counterpunching techniques, especially for moments when Pacquiao found himself trapped against the ropes in his past fights. Barrios, on the other hand, showcased significant improvements in both head movement and patience, a much more refined approach compared to what he relied on during his fight against Gervonta Davis 4 years ago. Barrios originally fought as a brawler, a fighter who pressed the action and applied constant pressure on his opponents, but over time, he transformed into an excellent counterpuncher. This evolution has made him a more efficient, multi-dimensional boxer.
So you don't lose that. Awesome. Fire.
Now, it's up to Roach and his team to craft the ideal game plan against the younger and larger Barrios. Pacquiao has faced countless situations in the past where he took on, and dominated, more physically imposing opponents, including Antonio Margarito, Miguel Cotto, Ricky Hatton, and Joshua Clottey. According to a report by The Ring, Pacquiao has been following his usual training routine in the US, first stopping by the local park in the Fairfax district to perform light cardio workouts. The 46-year-old superstar has just 2 months left to prepare before stepping into the ring against Barrios on July 19th, 2025 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I think Rolly has the WBO 147 title. He says you're his legacy fight. What? Rolando, he says you're his legacy fight.
You can't teach speed, you can't teach power. It's God, from God, that's it. People can work on speed their whole life, they're not gonna.
Filipino boxing legend Manny Pacquiao, along with his coach Freddie Roach, was at the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles as they continued training for his comeback fight against American champion Mario Barrios. After his defeat in the senatorial race in the Philippines, Pacquiao, the living legend of boxing, redirected his focus to his highly anticipated blockbuster fight against Barrios. He kicked off his training camp at the Wild Card Gym in Los Angeles. USA Pacquiao shared a video of his training session at the Wild Card Gym on his official YouTube channel. In the video, familiar faces surrounded the sport's only 8-division world champion, and the footage also captured a heartwarming reunion with his longtime mentor, Freddie Roach.
Welcome back to Los Angeles, Manny.
Boss,
We miss you.
you're looking in tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's sturdy.
Also present on Pacquiao's first day back was his son, Jimwell, who is currently based in the US to pursue his dream of becoming a professional boxer. Accompanying Pacquiao were MP Promotions President Sean Gibbons, assistant coach Boo Boy, Fernandez, and personal assistant David C. Midway. Through the uploaded video clip, Mark Magsayo, the former WBC featherweight champion, was also seen taking notes on Pacquiao's training regimen. Roach shared photos of himself and Pacquiao on Instagram Wednesday, showing the pair working together, just like the good old days.
Roger Fernandez. Si Roger Fernandez.
The last time the two worked together was during Pacquiao's final professional fight in August 2021, when he faced Cuban fighter Yordenis Ugas and lost via unanimous decision. Pacquiao, now 46, and Roach, 65, began light training sessions, which included mitt work, punching bag drills, and shadowboxing. With a record of 62 wins, 8 losses, 2 draws, and 39 knockouts, Pacquiao is coming out of retirement to challenge Barrios for the WBC welterweight title. The world's only 8-division champion, Pacquiao's return has sparked criticism, and in some cases, outright disbelief, given that he's 46 and set to face Barrios, who is 16 years younger. The 30-year-old Barrios boasts a record of 29 wins, 1 loss, and 0 draws, with 18 knockouts. Despite the significant age gap and the fact that Barrios is in his physical prime, Pacquiao remains unfazed. When asked about the matter upon his arrival at Los Angeles International Airport on Monday, he simply laughed and said, "Don't worry about it." Whenever the boxing world whispers the name Manny Pacquiao, it's with a mix of awe and curiosity. The Filipino legend's career is marked by countless victories, championship belts from 8 different weight classes, and a unique blend of speed, skill, and unshakable courage. Yet, as Pacquiao's showdown with Mario Barrios on July 19th in Las Vegas draws closer, one lingering question rises above all the excitement. A question posed by none other than fellow boxing veteran Mikey Garcia. Pac-Man is returning to the Iowa ring at the age of 46, following a significant 4-year hiatus. His upcoming bout against the WBC welterweight champion has sparked both excitement and intrigue within the boxing community, especially considering Pacquiao's status as a revered figure, one who, despite his age and inactivity, continues to defy conventional wisdom. In an interview with Ease News, ahead of the much-anticipated fight, Mikey Garcia expressed his admiration for the legendary southpaw, while candidly acknowledging the challenges the iconic boxer now faces. When asked about Manny Pacquiao, the 4-division world champion remarked to Eli Sekbach, "What else is there to say about Manny? You know, he's a legend, like a living legend." The interviewer responded enthusiastically, pressing Garcia for more details. "What do you think about him and Barrios? It's getting closer and closer." The younger brother of veteran trainer Robert Garcia didn't hesitate to highlight Pacquiao's incredible work ethic, saying,
First of all, Manny Pacquiao, coach, how you doing? Boo Boy said thank you for all the kind words you said about Manny. He says he watches the videos and he appreciates it.
Well, who else wouldn't say? What else is there to say about Manny? You know,
He's a legend.
like a living legend. You know, and like I said, just gotta tip your hat off to him, man.
What do you think, him and Barrios? We're getting closer and closer.
I've seen the videos. He's training hard.
Look, I've been around for 15 years.
"I've seen the videos. He's training hard," Garcia acknowledged. And indeed, the 8-division world champion has been relentlessly preparing. This was further emphasized by the interviewer, who pointed out a common misconception among fans that Pacquiao's preparation is limited to short social media clips, much like the brief videos of Mike Tyson before his controversial fight with Jake Paul last year. Sekbach clarified, saying, "People think it's just like those 10-second video clips of Mike Tyson, but he ran for an hour and 10 minutes, then shadowboxed for 20 minutes. Mikey Garcia, offering first-hand insight, confirmed the intensity of Pacquiao's training. I've seen the hard work. I've seen him train. He's training super hard. I know he has the work ethic and everything." Yet, despite his admiration, the retired boxer posed a crucial question, a valid and lingering concern that has echoed throughout boxing history whenever legends attempt a return after extended absences.
I'm telling you, people think it just said 10-second clips of Mike Tyson. No, he's really light. He ran an hour and 10 minutes, then he shadowboxed 20 minutes.
I believe. He's a hard worker. He always works very hard. I remember seeing them train.
You sparred him.
He was training super hard, so I know he has the work ethic and everything. I just gotta question a little bit of, because of the age and, everything that he's been out of the ring for so long. So that's the only thing that you gotta question. But if he can pull this out, fuck.
Garcia pointed out, "My only questions are about his age. Like, he's been out of the ring for so long. That's really the only thing you have to question." Still, Mikey Garcia couldn't hide his excitement about the possibility of a triumphant Pacquiao comeback, comparing it to the historic victories of George Foreman and Bernard Hopkins. He stated, "But if he can pull this off, then damn. Just like Foreman, and Hopkins, he's already a legend as it is. This would just be the cherry on top." Indeed, Pacquiao's return is more than just a fight. It's a moment that could either further cement his legacy or provoke deeper questions.
That's
He will pull it off. I told him this morning and the noon.
Just like Foreman, and that, Hopkins.
Yeah.
He already is a legend as it is. This is just a cherry on top.
What's up, Peter? Hey, Mikey said Manny, if he beats Barrios, is the best ever. Big G, what do you think? Big G. Big G, what do you...
When boxing historians recall legendary comebacks, two names inevitably stand out: George Foreman and Bernard Hopkins. Their stories serve as lasting benchmarks for fighters aiming to achieve greatness in the twilight of their careers. Foreman's return to the ring after a decade-long hiatus shocked the sports world. Having initially retired in 1977, he made his comeback in 1987 at the unlikely age of 38. What began as a spectacle quickly turned into a serious quest for the heavyweight title. This journey culminated in his iconic 1994 knockout victory over Michael Moorer. At 45 years old, Foreman became the oldest heavyweight champion in history, forever securing his legendary status.
Pacquiao and Barrios.
He wants Pacquiao to win.
Why?
¿Por qué?
Porque es una historia con él.
History. It's a history, with him.
Puedo igualar la historia.
No one will ever be able to equal his history, his story, boxing. His story.
Your dad told me once that if Manny Pacquiao...
Similarly inspiring, Bernard Hopkins defied convention by staying competitive well into his late 40s. Hopkins didn't just prolong his career, he redefined it. At 46, he outclassed Jean Pascal in May 2011 to win the World Boxing Council Light heavyweight title, shattering Foreman's record as the oldest boxing champion. But that wasn't all. 2 years later, he broke his own record by defeating Tavoris Cloud to claim the International Boxing Federation light heavyweight title at the age of 48. This victory made him the oldest boxer on record to win a world title. A year later, Hopkins added to his legacy by defeating Babatunde Shumakov to become the oldest fighter to unify world titles at the age of 49. With an impressive resume and recent victories over notable opponents, the San Antonio fighter presents a genuine threat to the aging Pacquiao. The matchup has sparked eyebrows and concerns within the boxing community. Among the most outspoken is Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez, the undefeated World Boxing Organization flyweight champion who didn't hold back in a recent interview with Handrap TV. Many are excited about his return, proving he is a true legend, but Manny will get hurt. He should have just stayed retired, Rodriguez stated bluntly.
Mura ginawat ako mo ba? Ano? Mura ginawat ako. Side step ba?
He went on to explain, he shouldn't be fighting anymore at 46 or 47. Going up against someone like Barrios, he's just going to get beaten badly. Rodriguez's comments reflect a sentiment shared by many in the sport. While Pacquiao's accomplishments are undeniable, boxing remains a young man's game. Barrios, known for his aggressive style and athleticism, could very well be the wrong opponent at the wrong time. His recent performances reveal a fighter growing in confidence and sharpening his skills. Exactly the kind of challenge that could expose a veteran's diminished reflexes.
I didn't really believe it at the moment. I don't think he did either, but now it's almost official, so I think it'd be pretty cool just to see, a friend I grew up with fight a legend like Manny.
Pacquiao, who last fought in 2021, when he lost to Yordenis Ugas, has remained largely silent amid the criticisms. Yet, the significance of this comeback is not just physical, it's symbolic. A successful return could further solidify his already legendary status, while a harsh defeat might tarnish the final chapter of his storied career. One figure who understands both sides of this equation is Oscar de la Hoya, Pacquiao's former opponent and current promoter.
It's a right for Manny to come back and fight. I mean,
if he feels like he has it in him, then why not?
What is your prediction for that fight? Even people saying that at his age, training camp is different. Watching him, do all that is obviously different being in the ring. But how would you break that fight down for us? Obviously, Mario has a height. He has the length.
I think Mario is gonna go out there and just put a beating on Manny. I think Manny's a little too old, but he's a legend. He already did what he did, so I really don't see.
Speaking at a charity event for the Sugar Ray Leonard Foundation, De La Hoya expressed a blend of admiration and caution. I wish him all the best. Can he do it? Absolutely. Manny Pacquiao's a legend. It's not going to be easy, but I think he can do it, De La Hoya said. De La Hoya knows firsthand what it's like to face Pacquiao. Their 2008 bout, dubbed the Dream Match, ended with De La Hoya retiring on his stool. Now, 16 years later, he's among those urging the boxing world to respect both the ambition and the risk involved.
For him to come back, but if he wants to get in the ring with Mario, then I guess Mario has to show him that he has a youth, and Manny Pacquiao should have just stayed retired.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of fans are saying, and are still kind of disbelief. But even looking at social media and the fans, they're thrilled just to see him back. So.
Pacquiao's potential clash with Barrios has yet to be officially confirmed, but all signs point toward a blockbuster night this July. Rumors are swirling about streaming deals, possibly involving Netflix, alongside a growing push for boxing. To reach wider audiences, the stakes have never been higher. On his podcast The Fight with Teddy Atlas, Atlas expressed his concerns for Pacquiao, citing the boxer's age, his performance in the last fight against Yordenis Ugas in 2021, and his 2024 exhibition bout against Rukia Empo. I'm very concerned, Atlas said.
Just to have him in the ring, and fighters at that age are not competing.
I think that just says a lot about, the type of fighter Manny Pacquiao is, the stardom he has. He's 46, 47?
He's 46.
And people are still excited to see him fight. So, that just says a lot about him and what he's done in his career. So, like I said earlier, to see a friend I grew up with fight Manny Pacquiao is going to be pretty cool. And it's the same night. So, it's a huge night for San Antonio boxing.
Lastly, July, we're also September, if I'm not mistaken. Just want to get